Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. This is Janine. Welcome back to my channel. I am cooking Thanksgiving dinner for my family, and I'm going to go ahead and record everything for you so you can see my process in cooking. It's going to be a series called Cooking with Cookie. I am Cookie. Cookie is my nickname since I was about 12 years old. Because of my freckles, they would call me chocolate chip cookie, and they couldn't remember what kind of cookie it was, so they just decided to just shorten it and just call me Cookie. So that has stayed with me all of this time. So I am Cookie, and you're watching Cooking with Cookie. Shoot, I think we're about to catch on fire. Okay, so I'm going to start with the ham today. This is the shank portion smoked ham. It's what I get all the time. It's usually the one with the bone. I don't see the bone, but I'm pretty sure the bone is there. So, I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. I actually should be using the scissors. Hold on. Where are my scissors? Okay, so I can't find my scissors. I don't know who took them. So I have to use this little knife because that other knife is not sharp at all. And I think I might need more than one plate to put this ham on. I'm going to cut off all of this skin that's on here, or most of the skin that's on here, before I boil it. You try to cut as close as you can so that you still have ham left, but try to get as much of the skin off as you can get. This process is not pretty. Because most of this is just fat, you know? Chrissy, Mike asked if you're making gumbo. No. She said no. He said, can you make some for Christmas? He said he's not going to come up, but he wants a bowl.
Charles said, yeah. Charles is the only one with grandma's recipe, so yeah. Charles said, yeah, he'll do it.
Charles said, yeah, he'll do it. Charles is the only one with the recipe. She didn't even give it to Chrissy. She gave it to Charles.
I still don't know.
She said she still don't know it.
Every time I ask, even when I got, downright, rude with it, like, you're not gonna live too long. Like, you're not gonna live forever. You're gonna have to pass that.
Right. No, he has to. I know it may look like I'm chopping up this ham, but I'm really not. It actually all comes together in the end. It's just that you have to get that skin away. Okay, so basically all of this skin is gone. So now I'm going to put this face down in this pot. like so. And I'm going to add water like so. And I'm going to put it on the stove. Now we're going to let that boil. The boiling takes away all of the salt. Well, makes it not as salty as it was. Okay, now I'm going to make potato salad. What you need are potatoes and eggs. That's what we're going to start off with. And I have to peel the potatoes, put them in this pot, and put the eggs in it as well. If there's not enough room, then I'm going to use 2 pots to cook the eggs separately. Just want you to know I use red potatoes because red potatoes are healthier than regular potatoes. I don't know the nutritional value, but I think that if you look it up, you will be able to see that there is a different nutritional value. And plus, the red potatoes are just a tad bit sweeter than the regular potatoes, than the regular white potatoes. So I've been using red potatoes for maybe about 10 years now. Wanted to show you that the ham is boiling over. It's got a good boil going on. Now I'm going to wash these potatoes off and put some water in it after I clean the potatoes real quick, and then put the eggs in it. You try to make sure that you get the eggs in the water too. So what I do with the eggs is that I count how many potatoes I have, and I have 6 potatoes. Now I have tried it with putting 6 potatoes and 6 eggs, but it winds up being a little bit too many eggs for me. So if I have 6 potatoes, I'm gonna put 5 eggs. And it makes a difference. But you know, it's to your own preference of whether you want to put 6 potatoes, 6 eggs, or, you know, do it the way I do it, or a little bit less eggs or a little bit more eggs. Completely up to you. And now I'm going to put these potatoes on the fire right here. This one I'm going to have a little bit lower of a fire. I have to turn the ham down because it definitely was boiling over. And you need this to stay on for like maybe half an hour to 45 minutes boiling to get the excess salt. To get the excess salt out. Now I have the potatoes on. And the potatoes are going to stay on about a half an hour to 45 minutes as well. So I'm using 2 big forks. I'm going to lift up this ham and I'm going to put it in this pan here. First, let me turn it off. Now I have to find the best way to angle this because it's a little difficult to maneuver. And there you go. What I'm going to do now is, now that this ham is in here, I'm going to turn it this way. Turn it on its side. Do is I start making cuts into the ham. Little thin slices. So I cut down the middle. Cut these ends here. Try not to cut the pan, which I'm definitely avoiding. If you can see, I'm making little slits. And then I'm going to turn it over and do it the same thing on this side. But it's mostly bone on this side. As you can see, this is, I'm hitting the bone right there. So now what I'm going to do, since I cut everything up here, I'm going to take some honey. And I'm going to open these slices. Hold on, I gotta put the top back on. Because I forget the top has a spout. See? Little spout. So now, I'm trying to do this where you guys can see what I'm doing. I take the honey and I pour it in these little slits. Not much, because you're going to be able to spread it. Honey is a difficult thing to maneuver. I think my hand is in the way. Okay, so this should be about enough. Now, believe it or not, now I'm taking syrup. I got the Aunt Your Mama one, but mind you, it is not the buttermilk one, because you don't want to do this with buttermilk syrup. You just want the maple flavor to go along with the honey. We're basically going to do the same thing that we did. We're going to go through the slots. But see, this is going to be much more. Stick a couple of little holes in it so that it will seep down in it. If it looks like I'm pouring a lot, because I am. Now all I'm really going to do is put a little bit of water in here, not much. And you don't put it on the ham. That should be enough water. First, I'm going to cover it up with some tin foil. I am lightly covering it. Very lightly. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven. See if I can get the yams in there too. Yes, I can. See, there you have it. I got both of them in the oven. Now I'm going to take these potatoes and these eggs. Wash this first. And I'm going to pour them into here. Take cold water, run it over them. Helps when you're cutting. This is the bowl I'm going to be putting my potato salad in. What I do is I cut it in half. Cut one side down the middle to the side to that side. And then I cut it like this. Do the same thing with the other side. Cut it down the middle, one side, and then the other side, and then cut this way. And then I put it in. So I used to cut it in my hand, but it would burn the heck out of my hand. So I learned to do it a different way. You can also cut it this way, which might be a better way of cutting it. Oh, see, my fingers are burning. Because the inside of the potatoes is hot. I don't know if you can see the steam. coming off of these potatoes, but it is burning. I will show you Zoe in here trying to come up on the cabinet. Oh, she did get up on the cabinet. Do you see her? All in this stuff. Move. You can't be on this. This is no good. Stop. Get off. Get off. Thank you, baddie. I'm telling you, Zoe is bad. She's bad. A good potato salad is when none of the pieces are hard. I've had a couple of times when I didn't cook the potatoes long enough, but these are good. We've had them in there for about an hour now. This is how I used to do it in my hand. If you saw the way I just did that. That way the whole thing is cut out all at once. I figured I would show that to you on the last one. Hey, let me wash this. And now I'm going to de-shell the eggs. This is how I cut the eggs, very carefully. Then I chop it up a little bit more on the cutting board. And then I put them in. Believe me, when I was younger, I used to do it in my hand. As I got older and I realized how much it really hurts, I stopped doing it in my hand. There, I got the potatoes, I got the eggs. Now I have to put some mayonnaise and some pickle relish in there. So this is the mayonnaise. So I put 1, 2, 3, and then I take the pickle relish and I squirt it in. Not too much. Take a little bit more. Bring this ham out. Oh. So now we're going to take a look at the ham, which looks marvelous. Let's see if I can get, ouch, I burnt myself. This is the ham done. This is the ham all cut up. That way it saves space. And this is my finished potato salad. I'm going to put the top on it. And I'm going to put it in the refrigerator until everything else is done.